Okay, gentlemen, here we go with our Week 10 training video. The first several clips are going to be regarding the free blocking zone. We had a lot of questions from the two coaches in this game concerned about how the free blocking zone was going to be called and what are legal blocks on the line of scrimmage. So let's take a look. All right, here's our first play. We want to look at the left tackle and his block. All right, you see he goes low immediately. This is a legal block. Now we're in the shotgun formation, and one of the things we've got to know that ball gets out of the zone pretty quick. We're 3 yards either side, 4 yards this way, and that ball gets out pretty quick. But if the linemen are in a 3 or 4 point stance, as this tackle is, he may go low. Now you can see the right tackle is hands on knees. He would not be allowed to go low. So you can see that's immediate, that's direct, it's on the player that's straight up in front of him. We're in good shape on this play in terms of the blocking. All right, on this play, we're going to have a different situation. We'll just look at the play here. I want you to watch the action of the offensive lineman. We're going to back this up. And what you have to understand is now we have the quarterback under center. So the free blocking zone is not under the constraints of the shotgun or spread formation rule where the quarterback is back here, more than 3 yards behind the snappers. The ball's not leaving the zone immediately. And these blockers may block low as long as they're blocking someone who is on the line of scrimmage at the snap. There's not an absolute requirement that they go immediately. So they can come across and block. What they can't do is one guy hit a guy high and another guy hit him down here low. But they can go low as long as the ball is in the zone, particularly in this wing tee. And this is a triple option format that are not running a true triple option, but it's very similar to that. The ball often stays in the zone for a good while. So we watch the actions of the lineman. We can see the guard going low right here on this player right here. That is a legal block. Now, what you're going to hear coaches talk about, we heard the defensive coach told us before the game on 2 occasions that they're going to cut block. Well, there's technically in the rules no such thing as a cut block. That is a slang term for blocking below the waist in the free blocking zone. But what I want you to know is this is perfectly legal in this particular situation right here. We got no problem with that. All right, again on this play, we can see we've got an offensive lineman going low. There's no problem again with this block. And we watch this closely because the accusation was, well, this team is going to cut block. We're going to show you a cut block. There was one cut block that we got, and I think it was the only one they had all night. Don't think they meant to do it on that play, but they did. But watch the guard, the right guard is going low. Now, the center is firing out. He's going down to pick up a linebacker. He may brush this guy a little bit, but that's not a chop block. He's not blocking that guy. And you can see the guy really didn't even take him out at his feet on that play. So what we have here is a completely everything is legal here that this offensive line of scrimmage is doing. And you can call it a cut block or you can call it a low block. But in this particular situation, it is legal. All right, this play is a little trickier. I want you to focus your attention on the center and the right tackle and the right guard. Now, what happens is that the center and the right tackle legally both go low. You can see they're both going low. And the right guard is high. It's really hard to tell what he's doing. He's just going forward. I'm not sure if he was trying to hit that guy high. He just kind of lowers his head and goes forward. You got a mass of bodies there. You have a technical situation where you could have called a chop block there, but there's certainly, I don't see the intent there to chop block, to injure. You got guys going low immediately. And here's the problem for this defensive team. And this was the case all night long. They were just getting blown off the ball. I mean, these guys, Jefferson's offensive line scrimmage is coming off the ball hard. and generally they're going low. And I really think that for the most part, their blocking was legal all night long. All right, now this is later in the game, and I want you to watch this play. You got the guard and the center, and this is a typical chop block. Very clear that they are both blocking the same player. He's got the shoulder in the shoulder, and he's going down low. The low block would be legal if it were not for the high block here. So this is a chop block, and it wasn't much of a chop block and it wasn't all that dangerous, but this is a good call. Now, this is the block that we got to get. This is clear where you plainly and clearly have two blockers hitting the same player, and that is dangerous. And so can't have that. Got to get that call. All right, let's shift gears on this play a little bit here. We have a kickoff. We're going to look at positioning again. Good job back here by the line judge coming up, getting a good wind, and we're up here where we need to be, trailing the play a little bit. It's a pretty good run back. All right, so we got our umpire over here kind of standing still at 40-yard line. We need the umpire coming into the middle of the field, as is indicated here. If this play were to continue going, the umpire can start moving down the field. The umpire doesn't need to stay ahead of the play because the guys are supposed to be ahead of the play are our wings. So now let's look in addition to, we're gonna move this out of the way. In addition to our umpire right here being in the wrong place, I'm okay with this right here because the tackle's being made over here. So it looks like we're kind of putting the brakes on here. But the wings have to stay ahead of this play. If this breaks and goes to the goal line, the deep judges, I'm sorry, the side judge here has got to stay ahead of this play. And I'm not sure where my field judge is in here by the numbers. We need to be over here off the field, going down the field to get this play. There's no reason to be in here at the numbers. So we need to work on our positioning on the kickoff. All right, we have another kickoff in the same game. And as you can see, this kickoff ball's out of bounds and went out at the 43 untouched by R. So the question is, where would R receive possession of this ball, or what are their options on this play? You're going to see where the ball is snapped from. So we have a 5-yard administration, should be on kicks that are out of bounds. So they can add this 5 yards. So they have several choices. In fact, there are 4 choices here. They can take the ball at the 43-yard line if they want to. I don't know why they would. They can take the ball at the 35-yard line. I don't know why they would. They can have the kicking team back here at the 40 and back them up 5 yards to the 35 and re-kick. Or they can take the ball at the inbound spot and add the 5-yard penalty. So they should be starting here at the 48. All right, our eyes are on the quarterback on this play. This little bit tough for the referee to get because he is in the correct. The referee is the correct position. We want him on the quarterback's throwing arm. The quarterback is turning toward the other side of the field, and he hangs on to the ball too long. And what he does is he throws the ball into the ground. But we need the direction of the pass. This is a backward pass. All right. Now, I'm not sure why our line judge down here is calling this an incomplete pass. As you will see, in this case, this should be a scoop and score. But we got an incomplete pass. We're killing that. But I think it's pretty clear. We'll back this up again. This is a backward pass. A backward pass is treated like a fumble. We'll watch it full speed. He just lets. I mean, he's quitting because we're getting a whistle blown. So, the reality is that probably while that ball was loose, we had an inadvertent whistle. But we stick with our call, an incomplete pass, and you know, um, we just have to be on top of this kind of stuff. We just missed this call. Okay, once again, we want to look at positioning. I don't see any issues in there. This is just a long run for a touchdown. Now, um, where are my deeps supposed to be? I've got a deep on the goal line. The side judge is in the right position. He's making the call. If I go back here, he beats the runner to the goal line. That's great work. Good hustle. Gives the signal. Ball's in the end zone. But now over here, I've got um, a field judge who, I'm not sure I get this. So we're really what I want the wings looking at stuff that may happen back here behind the play. I think we're ball watching here. Can't prove that, but I want the wing doesn't have to be quite this far up. For one thing, I don't need the wing. I don't need the line judge and the field judge sort of standing together, and I certainly don't need the field judge on the field. What are we doing on the field? We need to be down here on the goal line extended at the pylon. And here's the other thing. I'm sorry, this is not hustle. We're just kind of jogging along, just sort of nonchalantly, and we never get to the goal line to give a signal. It's like, okay, well the guy got it on the other side of the field. All right. So where we should have been was right here, 2 yards off the pylon. Should have been there ahead of this guy when he crossed into the end zone. All right, let's talk about forward progress here. The runner uh, gets the ball, and let's look at where he ends up. Number 4 has the football. And let's see where his forward progress is. He is at the 44 when he gets pulled back, and that's the forward progress spot. But we're spotting the ball at 42 and a half. We missed this spot by a yard and a half, so that's not that big of a deal. Yeah, it can be. And the ball should have been spotted up here at 44. That was forward progress spot. Again, let's give the offense what they get. Let's give the defense what they stop. All right, we want to watch the man in motion on this play, and this is the person that we're looking at. I think it's pretty clear we got to turn up the field before the ball is snapped. Um, he's turning up field before this ball is snapped. So the question would be in this situation, what's the call? Do we flag this as a false start? Is this illegal motion? Is this an illegal shift? And so just think about that for a minute. And this crew did not call it a false start. Obviously, they let the play go. So here's the correct ruling. Everybody is set. So the motion itself is legal. And so this call is the illegal motion call. We should have had a flag here. And that signal is the one arm pumped out like the basketball timeout type signal, just one arm. 2 arms is the illegal shift. That's where you got more than one player moving. This is illegal motion. You let the play go. It's not a dead ball foul, but that's what we should have had on this particular play. All right, let's talk about positioning, and we also want to watch the play on the quarterback. I like for my referee to be a little bit deeper here. I'm going to be back in here. I'm good with the fact that and normally my distance is going to be probably at the top of the numbers, but in this case, because the referee's chosen to be on the goal line, and that's not a bad decision. we're a little bit wider. The thing you got to be careful about when you come up here on the goal line and these plays where the offense is coming out, of not getting run over as the play comes your way. And what needs to happen is if we get a goal line threatened, I need my wings coming back to help get that play. If the runner, the quarterback, a pass receiver is near this goal line, I need these wings getting back here to get this forward progress spot. And I really prefer that my referee back here be back here to start with. Now, if the goal line comes in play, you can move up to the goal line during the play to help out with that. But I definitely would want these wings back here. Now, part of the problem with that is going to be that we, in this case, we do have a pass play, and it may be that our head linesman, for example, is going to have to drift downfield. He's not in this case. And so we've got a completed pass down here at the 20. I think we're actually, once that ball is released, we need to be moving down the field this way to get on this play. Now, we notice the action on the quarterback as well on this play right here. And we got a guy coming up the middle. And that is definitely a late hit. That's a shove to the ground. That's roughing the passer. And this is a good call by the referee. Great job there. Great job. All right, on this play, we got a couple of things going on here. We got a pass in the backfield, and really, I think it'd be helpful for us to get a signal. Is this pass forward or backward? Was the pass caught behind the line of scrimmage or in front of the line of scrimmage? Clearly, this ball's caught behind the line of scrimmage. I think it'd be helpful if we got a signal from our wing over there that pass was forward or backward. Now we got a worse problem. Let's go back to where positioning where we started. I've got a side judge that's on the goal line. I don't have a problem, facing into the field at this point. But when this play begins to develop and this guy's coming this way, I need the side judge to square up 2 yards off, should be back further, should be back here, and right off that pylon looking down this goal line. Because if this runner gets to the goal line, you have the call. Now I want you to watch what our side judge does. Pass out here in the flat, immediately he starts backing up. Where are we going? There's not, the end line's not going to be threatened on this play. This is a pass out in the flat, and the pass was actually caught in the backfield. And I've got the head linesman following the play up the line of scrimmage. That looks okay, but I need the side judge up here on the goal line. He's backing up into the end zone. There's nothing happening back there. What are you looking for back there? And so the side judge should have been right here on the goal line. And the truth of the matter is, I've got 2 officials over there and no one on the goal line. No one on the goal line. Now we can. This is the tight view of the same play. And again, that's what we got. We got nobody on the goal line, and we got our side judge over there, looking for the football. We need to be officiating this play in here. We need to stay with this stuff. You don't necessarily need to go chasing that football over there. All right, we got some referee mechanics on a punt here. The referee appears to be on the kicking foot side. That this is a very, very poor kick, obviously, and there's another thing about this. This is difficult because this is a quick kick. Now, I don't know. I can't see the numbering in here, but in this formation, this team would not be allowed the numbering exception. They're in a normal spread shotgun type formation. In order to get the protection for the center, and in order to get the numbering exception, this punter, who's this quarterback, he'd have to be back here around the 15-yard line. He'd have to be 10 yards deep in this situation. So there's no protection for the snapper. There's no numbering exception. And I think on this particular play, we're probably good on that. Now, when they do it's fourth down, so you've got to anticipate they're at their own 30 or 27-yard line, it looks like. You got to anticipate that that's what's going to happen, that they're going to quick kick. All right, so when this quarterback quick kicks the ball, that he shanks it off the side of his foot, I got to have a referee beating feet up here to right near where he kicked the ball, because who's going to get this football going out of bounds? We're talking about an educated guess at this point. My deep is coming down to get it, so that's good, and I can see it looks like the referee is standing there to give him the signal. So let's see how we do here on this. Well, I don't know. Let's see if this view will give it to us a little better. Same play, just tight view, shanked. I need the referee in there. So it looks to me like the ball went out about 35-yard line. And I'm not sure if we'll get it on any of these views, whether we'll see, where the spot was eventually got. Now, when you're coming to get that spot, you need to keep that hand up until the referee chops you in. But in this case, the referee would have needed to come in here right about this yard line right here, where the quarterback turned punter is standing, and then we get a better angle to see how to do that. Now, we're going to go to the next play, and we're going to see this is how these mechanics are actually supposed to be done. This is the end zone view of this play, and this is a normal punt formation. It's clear that the punter's more than 10 yards or more, and he's intentionally trying to kick it out of bounds. Referee comes in. This is exactly what we want to do. This is good work by this crew, and he's chopping his guy in over there. So let's try to get this mechanic correct on this one, guys. All right, let's look at a good job here by the line judge. As we got a beanbag coming down right here for the end of the kick. We got good position by our field judge and side judge. And we've got a player right there with a clear block in the back. And that's a great call. And that's why we stay on our keys. We're watching that guy down the field. I mean, you can see he's got his eyes on this guy. I mean, he's taking him out one way or the other. And there's just no question he's going to get that guy, and it shoves him right in the back. Why a player wants to do that, I don't have any idea. But that is a good call. Good job on that. All right, we've got a little screen pass coming up on this play, and we don't have an issue here with anything really, other than just to say, hey, let's take a look at this play and ask ourselves a question if we have a little unnecessary roughness at the end of this play. All right, so the screenplay is pretty well set up, but these guys are actually supposed to be blocking, and they're not. So the defender gets through, and he's got the guy stopped. Now we should have whistles right now, and I think we've got a good forward progress spot here. And then boom, they just slams that guy to the ground. And so the question that we're asking on this play, is that really necessary for all this extracurricular slamming his head to the ground? And I think not. I think it's probable that this play maybe we should call this unnecessary roughness. We'll look at it full speed. Clearly, we got whistles blowing, and the forward progress is stopped. I think we got a great spot there. That's good hustle, good job. Maybe we should have had an unnecessary roughness there, and we might have. I don't know. I don't see a flag coming out anywhere on that play. All right, we're going to end on this play, and I just want to say this is a great job of whistle control. You can see the runner bounces off a player. He does not go down, at least initially, and so this is a great job. Good whistle control. Watch it a little slow motion this time. Number 5's ball carrier. He's going to be hit at the 50, down around 45, hand on the ground, foot on the ground. He gets another 5 yards, and I think that's great. That's great whistle control there. And that player was not down. I think we got a good forward progress spot there by the head linesman. We're on top of that play, so that's a good job. Okay, guys, that's it for the Week 10 training video. Um, Jimmy will probably have a huddle video out with some additional plays to take a look at. Hey, it's crunch time down the last 2 weeks. Hope everybody can be available. We need a lot of help Friday night, and we're going to have crossover games, it looks like, in Week 12. That's November 8th. We're going to need everybody available. Keep up the good work. Hustle is good. Let's keep trying hard, working hard. Have a great week. Have some great games on Friday night.